delights in using us for to draw people closer to Him and to give Him glory. So I'm really excited about that.
I am very excited going into it as well. I entered seminary because I want to be a priest. I've been in seminary for years, and now I'm about to be a priest. So it's like, yeah, it's very exciting. So I'm looking forward to it.
It's hard to believe it's your type of emotion, I guess. And just looking forward to starting to serve the people of God, give back. In seminary, you do a lot of receiving, so it's fun to start giving back all that stuff that you've received, all the knowledge. The priesthood is a life of sacrifice. I mean, we're imitating Christ in His life, and specifically in the crucifixion and death. And so it's a kind of a dichotomy between being excited, which is legitimate, but then also you're living a life of sacrifice.
For me, it was always something I was kind of attracted to ever since I was a little kid. Not that I grew up knowing that, like, I want to be a priest, that's my plan for my life, but it was just something I was always kind of interested in. I looked up to priests a lot. I thought priests were, kind of cool, or like, superheroes in a certain way.
One of them being in Nigeria when we had this one lady praying in our house. And so in the middle of the prayer, she stops and asks which one of us wants to be a priest. And I was like, I think I want to be a priest. And she was like, but when she was praying, she saw angels with golden candles surrounding me. I was like, oh gosh, no pressure.
Well, it's hard to follow that story up. But no, I always tell people it's not when like with Our Lady, when the angel Gabriel shows up and tells you your vocation very explicitly. Although Chinonso might be the exception to that. But my experience was kind of, in some ways, the opposite. There was never one single moment. It was just a lot of faithfulness to prayer. I like hiking. I like outdoor stuff. So hiking, camping, fishing, hunting, that kind of thing. Playing sports, though the people of God may want me to stay healthy. Effectively injured throughout my entirety of seminary, so it's just like playing sports in seminary is basically just one perpetual injury.
Bacon, definitely. Because one of the things I developed in seminary school is bacon. So it became a hobby of mine. And I know in some of the parishes I've been at, they have tried some of my baked goods, and so everybody's like, we want.
I would have been a cowboy, I've driven Ford Rangers for my whole life. Well, not my whole life, sadly, but I've driven a few Ford Rangers.
I studied biology in college with minor in chemistry, and I was going to be on the pre-med track. In fact, like during my summers, I had interned at the USC School of Medicine in Greenville, so that was a track that I was going to follow.
I've grown up playing piano, and I enjoy improvising, writing music, and just kind of like all things musical. If I were to, if I had to do something else, I would probably try to pursue some sort of a career in music.
Have you ever worn a black blanket in the middle of the summer sun in North Carolina?
Overall, I would say I prefer the cassock, but at the same time, I don't know. I also like wearing pants. Like, that's not to say that I don't wear pants under my cassock.
Yes, we clarify that because a lot of people think
I didn't mean to imply that. No, I certainly do wear pants of some sort of cassock. At least shorts.
Edit out.
Yeah, just edit that one out.
Frankly, it's the best evangelization tool, if you will, that you can possibly have. I remember being with a pastor one time. We were just picking up dinner from the grocery store, and we had, no explicit intention of like going out to evangelize anybody. And the lady in front of us in line started talking about how she hadn't been to church, and by the end of the time she was talking to us and we had basically said nothing, she was telling us that she ought to get back to church. We're like, we didn't do anything. We literally just wore these.
I'm ready to give myself fully to them, for them. And so that's the excitement that I would say of being put in a parish, like where I have like a certain group of people that, you know, like I'm all in for. Certainly, I'm all in for the diocese and for the good people of God. But you know, to have that select group of parishioners, like where you're even more in for them because they are your flock. So I'm excited to give myself fully for them.
Everything Chinonso said. Probably throw in there, be patient with us. Yeah. We are going to make mistakes. They're going to be new, and I like getting to know the people and being there to serve them. So I like going to people's houses and doing things with them and spending time with them. And like Chris was saying, I hope they always feel comfortable approaching me.
One of the terms we use to describe the priest is an alter Christus, another Christ. That the priest is someone who is able to basically extend Christ's presence out, into the world, and that's, part of his intention in establishing a priesthood is, as a way for him to remain present to his people. And that's, what I hope people, see when they see a caller, is, someone who has given his life over to be able to be Christ to his people.